we saw President Trump say what I believe was fight. That was his first instinct. And let's remember January 6th.
I know that everyone here will soon be marching over to the Capitol building to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard.
A former president just rallied the mob to attack.
We have to have peace. So go home.
Trump engaged in an armed insurrection.
I said, please support our Capitol Police and law enforcement.
Trump engaged in an armed insurrection.
I said, stay peaceful.
Trump engaged in an armed insurrection.
I said, we want no violence.
The President of the United States incited an armed insurrection.
I said, respect the law and our great men and women in blue.
Donald Trump ordered essentially a terrorist attack.
We don't want anybody hurt.
He resorted to inciting violence.
An armed insurrection.
I said, I am asking for everyone at the U.S. Capitol to remain peaceful.
To push for an armed insurrection.
I said, peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard.
The clear insurrectionist.
We have to have peace.
Literally an armed insurrection of domestic terrorists.
We have to have law and order.
Armed insurrection.
You have to go home now.
He didn't do anything to try to get them to stop.
Right. Go home and go home in peace. Please go home. No, I said that.
Referring
you know
to the
what they
law
did?
and order there,
they took
Mr.
that
President.
down. And you know, to this day, they've never put it back up.
But I just want to come back to Earth One for a second and remind our viewers that Donald Trump ran an armed insurrection.
Because Trump engaged in an insurrection on January 6th, Colorado Supreme Court removed Trump from the ballot. He was banned.
Banned from appearing on the ballot on the ground that he was guilty of insurrection, a crime with which he has never been charged, let alone convicted.
Insurrection. They were domestic terrorists.
The president shouldn't be giving them the marching order.
Marching over to the Capitol building.
To go carry out armed insurrection.
Peacefully.
Trump, the ultimate modern insurrectionist, led an armed mob against the American government.
Peacefully make your voices heard.
Insurrection.
Colorado ruled that Trump
Engaged in an insurrection.
Therefore cannot appear on the ballot.
And we'll find out very soon. If the U.S. Supreme Court agrees with the Colorado Supreme Court that Donald Trump is ineligible for office because he engaged in insurrection.
Section 2383 of Title 18 prohibits insurrection. It's a federal criminal statute. But President Trump has not been charged with that. So what are we to make of that?
I think that the question that you have to confront is why a single state should decide who gets to be president of the United States. I mean, that seems quite extraordinary, doesn't it?
No, Your Honor.
Experts say Trump's January 6th actions disqualify him. Supreme Court must kick Trump off the ballot. Must disqualify Trump. It's their only choice.
This disqualification has got to be enforced.
He shouldn't be on the ballot.
Kicking Trump off the ballot is unassailable.
Unassailable in every respect.
This is a slam dunk. President Trump disqualified himself.
Cannot hold office and should not even be on the ballot.
It is unmistakable.
Irrefutable.
Overwhelmingly obvious.
The disqualification could not be any clearer.
Experts say the answer is clear.
Perfectly clear.
Trump's already disqualified.
The case is not even closed. In fact, the former president is disqualified.
Donald Trump is disqualified. Former president is not eligible to be president again.
Experts say there's a strong basis to bar Trump from the ballot. The case for disqualifying Trump is strong. The case for disqualifying Trump is strong. The case for disqualification is strong. A surprisingly strong case. The legal arguments are strong.
It's a very strong argument.
That's a really, really strong argument.
Very strong.
It's the strongest.
A strong case that Donald Trump does not belong on the ballot.
Actually, the case was so weak that every single Supreme Court justice, even the liberal ones, ruled in favor of Trump.
Thank you very much.
What do you think?
Well, I often say that covering the Supreme Court is a little bit like covering the Kremlin.
And this decision has essentially set us up for danger.
Preach. The Supreme Court has betrayed democracy.
Yeah. Oh, can I take it one step further and assign some more nefarious, nefarious ends to that?
Yeah. And the concurrent
all shoddy legal work all around by all the justices.
The Supreme Court ducked its opportunity and responsibility to stop this insurrectionist.
A refusal to hold this man accountable.
This is an emergency moment for our democracy.
Yeah. And collectively, the court has shown itself to be corrupt and illegitimate. It must be dissolved. Its members, including Jackson, Kagan, and Sotomayor, have proved themselves inept at reading comprehension.
Look, unfortunately, the court isn't necessarily wrong.
I actually think it was the right decision to make.
I know it's probably the right decision, but it has really irritated the poo out of me.
Yeah.
And we fight. We fight like hell. And if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore. So let's walk down Pennsylvania Avenue. I want to thank you all. God bless you, and God bless America. Thank you all for being here. This is incredible. Thank you very much.